Matambre is a steak roll-up with spinach and other vegetables such as squash, carrots, and eggs. Flank steak is marinated in beef broth and red wine vinegar and thyme. The stuffing has garlic and salt pork. The squash and bell pepper that is shown here is not going to be used, but I just wanted to plant the idea for you. We start by hard-boiling 2 eggs that are going to be chopped and used in the stuffing. The marinade is half a cup of beef broth, and to that we add thyme and red wine vinegar. I like to put the meat in there right away, and actually I put it into a jar like this one and shake it up and let it go overnight this way, turning it every once in a while, but 2 hours is good enough if that's all the time you have. Now here I've taken a couple of eggs and run them twice through a slicer to kind of crisp cut them and make little bits. We're starting our stuffing by frying salt pork or bacon bits. We want to fry them real well, and in the meantime we're grating some carrot and setting it aside. That's going to be part of the stuffing as well. Now we're putting in some minced garlic and some onions, and let that fry for a while before we take it out of the pan like so into a bowl that we're going to mix it up. We want to have a bowl that's big enough. Now there goes the carrots, 1 carrot that we grated and 2 eggs that we made into bacon bits. And then we're putting some breading in, by the way, about half a cup or even 1/3 of a cup is okay. And there's a frozen spinach that we thawed out and squeezed the water out of, and we're adding that to the mix. And that is about it. We're going to now take the flank steak. By the way, you might see on the internet where you take a piece of meat and you have to butterfly it to make it really big, spread it out. I kind of rather just get the butcher to cut me real thin flank steak, a couple of them. Here we're adding some Swiss cheese, and you can add more if you like. Or at this point you might want to add some squash or other vegetables that you feel like putting in there, as long as you can roll it up and it doesn't get too thick on you. Matambre, by the way, means Mata Hambre. It means hunger killer, or kill hunger in Spanish. Mata Hambre. So Matambre is short for Mata Hambre. Now here I'm using some skewers that aren't very pretty, but nobody's going to see them. I'm going to take them out after the oven. Now you have a choice here. You can put this all into an oven after you give it a quick searing in a pan, or you can put it into a big pot with some beef broth and braise it for a couple of hours. Now we added our beef broth to this baking dish and we covered it with foil, and we're going to put it in an oven 350 degrees for about an hour, and that will do it. In this video we didn't sear it first, and that has the effect that it makes it a little bit harder to cut into pinwheels like so. See, it just makes it a little bit harder. If I would have seared it, it would have been a little stiffer and easier to work with. And of course, braising it, that's another matter altogether if you want to do that. Actually, in Argentina, after you cook it, they put it into, they let it cool and put it into a refrigerator overnight, which kind of stiffens it up, and then they cut it into pinwheels and heat it up. So that refrigeration and that cooling does make it pretty nice. But this is kind of a shortcut, and nobody's really looking – except a few thousand people on the internet. but it's going to taste very, very good, and it will kill the hunger. And there you have it, Mata Hambre, a steak roll-up. Enjoy.